Hey everybody, welcome to my 4,000 followers speed paint. Wait, that's not... When did I post about this? Oh. Well, that's a mistake. Well, I got a little busy after I posted that, and also I forgot, so here I am a few months later. And now I'm at 5,000 followers, and I couldn't be any more grateful for that. Honestly, I never thought in a million years that I could get to 5,000 followers. Honestly, I'm super grateful for all of you, whether you're active or not. And here I am to do that Q&A that I promised back in December. And I'm going to say that if you are interested in popping by and taking a look at my art and all that sort of thing, you should check me out on Cartoon Amino and Furry Amino. I am most active on those two. And yeah, thank you all so much. Let's have a good show. Let's do it like this. I'll do it from the oldest question to the newest question. The first question being from my friend Ames Starline, who asked, "What shows or series inspired you to start drawing?" And to that, I've gotta say, it was Pokemon. I got the game Leaf Green when I was really young. I don't remember what age, but I know it was young enough to struggle playing it. And then I watched the anime. Started with Kanto, built my way up, and I fell in love with all the designs and the characters, and I wanted to draw it. So I started teaching myself based on what I saw. And I'd say I've come quite a long way from where I started, and I'm honestly a little proud of it. I still have a lot of ways I can learn and improve myself, but it's always nice to just think about how you've improved. The next two questions are from another friend of mine, Nalixie, who asked which cartoon show that influenced you with your art style. It was worded a little bit weird, but I think I got it. And there is a lot of stuff that influences my style now, as I am trying to explore and find a style that makes me happy. But of course the first style was Pokemon, as I said earlier. But I've been trying to expand my horizons and do some more very heavy cartoon style you would liken to Over the Garden Wall and stuff like that, because I really adore that stuff and I love to explore art style. And I still can't shake my anime influence. I'm sorry, I'm trying, okay? Nalixie's second question was, what's the first cartoon that featured animals that made you like animal characters, and which is your favorite character? And made you a furry. Oh, well, first cartoons that featured animals was just Disney in general. You see any Disney movie and there's some sort of anthropomorphic animal. That's pretty cute. I think The Lion King introduced me to... Wait, no. It was Robin Hood that influenced me to anthropomorphic animals, but it was also other things like The Lion King and stuff like that that really I loved. I just loved seeing these talking animals on the screen. It was real fun. My favorite character from a cartoon that has animals? Right now, I recently watched Redwall, and Slagar's pretty cool. He's not the most deep character, but he's pretty cool, and I like his design and stuff like that. But if you were to ask me when I was young, I don't know who I'd say anymore. That was a long time ago. Oh, maybe I'd say Zazu, honestly. I loved Zazu as a child. Moving on to one of my leaders, Hulak Hooves, who also asked two questions. The first one being, what's your least favorite Pixar movie and least favorite Disney movie? Well, if you were to ask me what Pixar movie, it would probably have to be the Cars franchise as a whole. I just wasn't as into it as the rest of the Pixar movies. I don't know, especially Cars 2. That could leave. Get out of here. I don't want anything to do with that. And then, least favorite Disney movie. Now, I know there's a lot of movies that are just poor in quality, and some that I just haven't seen yet. So, there's stuff like, I can't really speak for Song of the South or stuff like that, but I can say that I really am not a fan of Frozen anymore. I'm sorry, I really liked it in the beginning. I loved the music, I loved the characters, I loved the animation, but then then it just got overwhelming, and I can't stand any of it anymore. I'm gonna give the sequel a try, but that's not gonna change how I feel about the first movie. I just can't deal with that anymore. Sorry, Josh, I love you. Hulok's second question was, what cartoon has your favorite music? And I'm pretty sure we all know the answer to that one. It is Over the Garden Wall. It's just the stylistic differences between different songs, and the fact that it's the vocal quality, that's what I love. I love me some character voices. I love me some bands. I love it so much. I often listen to it when I need some inspiration, but if you were to ask film music, that would be Ghibli. Like animated film music, Ghibli all the way. Ghibli and Over the Garden Wall, just perfect soundtracks for me to relax to just listen to when I'm feeling down, to just get inspiration from. It's beautiful soundtracks from both of those, no matter how you want to pronounce it. The next question comes from Me Loves Tacos, a wonderful artist, by the way. Love their work. They asked, what's your favorite and or worst memory from your time on here? No, I don't really think I could say worst memory, since I'm a curator and I don't want to start anything. Don't want any drama, don't want none. But I can say that I've enjoyed working in the Olympics. I've enjoyed just hosting the Create Your Own Disney Movie event. I adored hosting that. I should do it again. I need to do it again. Let's do it again. Come on, let's do it. I love just getting to know my friends on there, and I've loved the opportunities I've gotten to both improve myself as a curator, a person, and an artist. That's it there. The next question comes from my friend Chickens Are Good, I Guess. She's a great artist. She asks, have you got any plans for an original story? And to that I have to say yes. There's always some sort of story bubbling in my head, and all these characters I love and just want to tell their story. But as it is now, I don't have the skills I need to do that. I'm kind of limited by just how much I've been able to grow as an artist. I don't have the abilities that I need to make a comic, and I don't have the patience that is required to make an animated series or a short or anything of that sort. As it is now, my best bet is to probably write novels. My writing skill is definitely more capable, of achieving what I want than my art skills. So I'm gonna see what happens with that, you know? And there are some ideas that I just adore, like going stag, that I really want to do, but I just can't because I don't have the abilities that I need to do it, to do what I want with it. Going stag is about a transgender deer who's moved into a new town and has to adjust to all these new people that don't really know much about her. And she doesn't want them to know that she's trans and stuff like that, so she's dealing with a lot. And she ends up meeting people that are like her and understand her in her school's GSA. And I really want to do that story, but as it is now, I can't do the backgrounds, and I kind of want to do backgrounds for that if I wanted to do it as a comic. The next question is from Pearl, the Last Gembender, who asked, "How did you find out about Amino?" Well, that's a really simple question, really fast one. I appreciate it. Actually, Chickens Are Good, I Guess, pestered me relentlessly to join. So eventually I did, and I'm now a curator, so thanks to Chickens Are Good, I guess, for helping me find this place and get into it. Next, we have a few questions from another leader who goes by Bubbles, who asks, "What's your favorite art style and why?" And the answer to that is really, really vague. So there's a lot of different art styles that each have their own little quirks that set them apart and make them interesting. So there's a lot of art styles that appeal to me. But I'm gonna have to say, if I was talking about cartoons and stuff like that, my favorite style would be Studio Ghibli, because it's childhood, it's nostalgia, it's whimsy, it's magical. There's so many emotions that I have wrapped up in it, you know? So I'm gonna have to give it to it, you know? I'm gonna say you know a lot. I'm just gonna stop here, you know? The next question is very interesting. If you were a character in Over the Garden Wall, like one of the main two boys, what would you do differently? And the main thing that's interesting is a lot of the things that occur are because of age and maturity level. And that's gonna be pretty important in deciding this, since I am older and I know what happens in the story. So obviously there's some mistakes that I would have skipped on. You know, maybe like not jump the wall, maybe like not shirk the blame and sort of focus in on surviving and stuff like that. Because there were a lot of sidetrack moments with them, which it makes for a more interesting show. If you just immediately honed in on everything and were on top of it, it wouldn't be that interesting. So, you know, it's interesting. My last question comes from a curator known as Lux, who asks, "What are your art goals for this year?" And honestly, I'm figuring it out as I go. My biggest goal is to improve just anatomy. I have a journal that I've been trying to do studies in, but I've been busy and everything's going crazy. And so I haven't had the most time to take care of that, but I'm wanting to get better at backgrounds, get better at anatomy, posing, various things that I couldn't draw in the past. And yeah, I got an actual like Wacom tablet now, so I can do digital art that isn't on my phone. As you see back here, all this is done on my phone and recorded using the phone's recording software. So it's a little unprofessional, this whole thing, but I hope to fix that in the future. And that's it. And all this has been unscripted because I didn't want to script it, and I also felt like the rawness of it would have something, like a little meaning there, but it's just gonna be awkward, to be honest. But anyway, I've been on Cartoon Amino since August 2016, and honestly, it just so happened that these past 2 years I've grown. I've grown a lot as a person and an artist, and I feel like I've made a lot of progress in just finding who I am, and I think Cartoon Amino helped a little bit regarding all this positive energy that I received and all this, just everything that's been going on these past 2 years. I feel so grateful for everyone that's been there along the way, all the friends that I've met, all the people who have been there with me. And yeah, there's not much to say other than thank you. I'll be linking all the music and my Amino down in the description. Be sure to check all of those out. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.